Stepped onto the gravel road where you stood beside the rusted milk truck. Your denim jacket rusted DDG. Wait, actually, the leather collar of your coat was showing the scars of summer nights. Your hair caught the sunset and you laughed, a clear bright sound that bounced off the old oak trunks. I knew right then that we were chasing something as fleeting as the smell of rain on hot asphalt. We talked about the map of the world that we carried in our hearts, the way you whispered your wild dreams into the rustle of the wind, and I felt the promise of forever humming beneath my ribs. But the next morning, the porch light was out, the truck empty, and the world turned its back. I chased you across that gravel road, but the wind kept the echoes of your laugh in the air. I hold the picture of us on a faded Polaroid, the corners curling like the petals of a wilted rose. Lost love, you slipped through my fingers like a song that never finds its chorus. I keep walking that old path, listen to the gravel CG point that might be too technical, let's write properly. I keep walking, feeling the gravel under my boots, the cicadas still singing, and every step is a memory. You were the sunrise on a cold morning, the warmth in a cold wind, and now only the echo is left, the ghost of a voice that once sang with me. I remember the way you pressed your hand to mine, and how the world seemed to pause just for a heartbeat. That memory's the only thing that keeps the storm at bay. But the next morning, the porch light was out, the truck empty, and the world turned its back. I chased you across that gravel road, but the wind kept the echoes of your laugh in the air. I hold the picture of us on a faded Polaroid, the corners curling like the petals of a wilted rose. Lost love, you slipped through my fingers like a song that never finds its chorus. In the silence I hear the strings of a pedal steel, a mournful whisper, and I realize that love can be a road with no destination. The stars above keep their distant glow, reminding me that some stories are written not in ink but in silence. Walking that road, humming the memory of you. The world may not grasp it, but I'll keep the melody alive. The porch light blinks one last time, the cicadas fade, and I step back into the night, carrying a love that was lost but never forgotten. Back in the summer of '78, cigarette light on a porch, we danced under the moon. No phones, just a guitar and a promise. I saw you on the edge of Main Street, a denim jacket, your hair in a bob. You laughed when I played that old country song, and the whole town seemed to stop. The radio spun a ballad, the air smelled like fresh cut grass. We held each other close, the world was simple, and love felt unassumingly vast. But the seasons keep turning, and the nights grow colder. Still I hear that echo in my heart like a distant jingle. Love was better back then, when a kiss could stop a storm, when a handwritten note was the sweetest form of charm. You and I, we were once a melody in the wind. Those memories stay alive, like the stars that still shine from the past. I'm driving past the old barn, the paint peeling like our own goodbye. I hear the creak of the porch swing and feel your absence in the sky. The city lights flicker, but they can't replace that soft glow. I keep our picture in my pocket like a secret we used to know. Yet the memories keep singing a bittersweet song. I can't escape the ache that keeps pulling me along. Love was better back then, when a hug could heal a broken heart, when the nights were long and the pace suggested gentle art. We were the rhythm of the highway, our laughter echoing in the night. Your love was a firebird that once burned bright, and it still fires inside me. If I could turn back the clock, I'd hold you in my arms again, taste your breath against my cheek, feel the steady beat of our twin. But the road keeps moving forward, and the wind carries your name. I just keep walking, hoping my heart remembers your flame. Still remember your smile and the way you held me tight, even though the years in the memory of our lives. So I'll keep singing to the stars till I find that old porch again, where we first fell in love and the world was ours again. We met on a porch swing under the rusted town sign. Your laugh was the rhythm of a country song. The radio played a single we both knew. We carved our initials into an old oak tree. Every sunrise felt like a promise. Every sunset was a memory we kept. The scent of lilacs in your old denim jacket was the soundtrack of our teenage hearts. Forever young in the corners of your eyes, like the moonlight on the river we used to ride. Hold on to that dream that never let us die. Forever young, forever we'll survive. Left a postcard with a tiny kiss. The ink faded, but the feeling stayed. I still hear the creak of the porch the same. Baby, I'm still humming that old refrain. Walk side by side. The wind whispers your name like a lullaby. Forever young in the corners of your eyes, like the moonlight on the river we used to ride. Hold on to that dream that never let us die. Forever young, forever we'll survive. Under the neon sign, we danced until dawn. Now the lights still glow, but the beat's gone. You come back with the dawn. Let's rewrite the past in the love we've drawn. Forever young, our hearts still carry on. In every chord, in every song, the porch swing creaks, the night air weather sighs, I whisper your name, and the stars reply. Sunset painted the sky in amber. Your hand found mine on that cracked pavement. The cicadas sang as we laughed. A rusted swing creaked, the world felt right and slow. In the rearview memories flicker, your aroma in the late summer air. A song we hummed, a promise in thin air. We carved our initials on that old tree, promises as deep as the river's song. Every heartbeat's echo the same refrain. I thought we'd stay that way, but the wind carried you far away. Yet I still feel your hand in mine. The porch light faded into night. I walked past the old church humming the tune that made us both dream. You left a note on the porch, an unspoken vow. The man in the photo at the top of the hill still smiles like he did last summer. We carved our initials on that oak tree, promises as deep as the river's song. Every heartbeat's echo the same refrain. I thought we'd stay that way, but the wind carried you far away. Yet I still feel your hand in mine. Starlight draped across the old porch, I hear you singing in the wind, the song we still hold in our hearts, even though the world changed. We carved our initials on that oak tree, promises as deep as the river's song. Every heartbeat's echo the same refrain. I thought we'd stay that way, but the wind carried you far away. Yet I still feel your hand in mine. The porch light fades, but I still remember. We carved our love into the oak that will stand for a lifetime. When sunset paints the old oak fence, I hear the first note of our song. I was standing at the county fair, hand in hand, the smell of popcorn in summer heat. We laughed at the fireworks, the spark that lit my world. The night was quiet, but our hearts sang louder than any band. I could feel the rhythm of this town in every beat, a steady drum of hope. Your eyes were the only stars that mattered, and I promised myself to keep them close, even when the wind blew my stories away. Always on my mind, how we danced in the moonlight. Your touch was the sweetest refrain I ever find. Every echo of our laughter in the rustling trees forever stays in my heart. Always you and me. Now the years have passed like fallen leaves, but I still walk those same streets. I stop by the river that once held our promises. Here in the water, whisper your name. The porch light flickers and I replay our slow dance, the way you hum the same tune we never learned. My hands still ache with the memory of your hand in mine. I remember the night you said goodbye. The words hung like a melody. The silence after you left was a lullaby of longing, and I kept the song alive, singing a lullaby to myself in the shelter of our memories. The acoustic strings echo like a heartbeat, each chord a reminder of a time when love was simple and pure. Always on my mind, no matter how far we roam. Your love is the compass, the home that keeps me whole. In the rustle of the leaves, your laughter stays, a song that never fades. Spaniard after the dawn breaks, so I keep walking this road. The town's quiet glow with your memory in my song. Forever humming, forever yours. Sunset over the cornfield, The radio hums a soft country ballad, and the porch light flickers like a lone star. I hear the memory of your laugh, the rustle of the summer breeze, and the scent of oil and pine needles. We were 17, barefoot on the cracked driveway, chasing fireflies in a box of dreams, your hand in mine. Felt like the world was a simple song. The jukebox played Rhinestone Cowboy, louder than our hearts could keep up. The first kiss was under the old oak, the leaves whispering secrets only we could hear. I remember the way the sun slid behind the fence, painting us golden, how you whispered, "This is ours." The night after, the radio crackled with "Take Me Home, Country Roads," and you sang along, voice trembling as if the words were a promise. Back when we loved, we were fearless, the world a wide open horizon. Your laughter echoed in the silence, the stars a blanket of possibilities. We promised to keep the flame alive, even after the seasons turn. The memories still taste like the sweet cotton candy of a county fair, and my heart still hums the same song. Now the highway's wide, the porch lights dim, and the radio plays a different tune. I close my eyes and feel your hand on my shoulder, the weight of your breath on my cheek. The first night we danced in the driveway, the world paused for a heartbeat. Those moments stitched our story into the fabric of the road we both traveled. When the wind whispers your name, I close the door to the past. The echo of your laugh still lingers, a ghost in my mind's open field. Back when we loved, we held the future in our palms. We rode the rails of our promise, believing the love would grow like a stubborn vine. Even though we're miles apart, every sunrise reminds me of the promise we made under that old oak. If time could rewind, I'd pull you back into the porch light, into the hum of the radio, into the moment when we became the only two people who could hear the song in the silence. The world may have moved on, but my heart knows the rhythm of that first beat. Simple melody that we sang together. The porch light still glows, the garden still smells of summer, and the radio's soft hum carries your laughter. I walk property a lifetime later, I still feel the echo of that love in every chord. So I'll keep the radio on, the porch light on, and remember the song we once wrote together, hoping it still plays in your heart as it does in mine. I was a kid on the front porch of a two-story farmhouse, watching dust rise like silver dust in the late afternoon. The 7-Eleven line was my first stop, and the neon glow caught your eye. You smiled and said, "You look like you're chasing a sunrise." That line stuck in my head like a melody that would never fade. We swapped jokes over a paper cup of coffee, a chagrin, a promise that the night would never end. The world was just a handful of stars, and the soft clunk of a pickup truck turning down Main Street, with a porch light glowing on the horizon. I'll sway beneath the stars, holding your hand. The world outside, a distant memory. The song we hum is the one we wrote in whispers, the one that survived the wind and time. In that moment, forever feels like a promise that never ends. I remember the nights we sat on the porch swing. You told me your dreams in hushed whispers, and the old radio sang our favorite ballad. I remember the first time you laughed at my jokes, and the world felt a little less lonely. The sun set on the dusty road, and we promised to stay together no matter where the road led. We traded our first notes over a paper cup of coffee, a chagrin, a promise that told her the night would never end. The world was a handful of stars, and the sound of a pickup truck turning down Main Street, with the porch light glowing on the horizon. I'll sway beneath the stars, holding your hand. The world outside, a distant memory. The song we hum is the one we wrote in whispers, the one that survived the wind and time. In that moment, forever feels like a promise that never ends. I hold the picture of us in a frame, a memory like a ribbon in the wind, and I hear your voice echoing in the silence of the porch. The road ahead is long, but the promise in our heart stays bright, even when the rain comes down and the world feels cold. As we sway beneath the stars, your hand in mine, the world outside, a distant memory. The song we hum is the one we wrote, the one that keeps us alive, and the promise that will always carry us home. light turns off, I'll still hear the echo of your laughter. And I'll know we'll keep dancing on the porch forever.
Swaying on the porch swing, the cicadas hum a lullaby. Your laugh echoes in the summer air, salt on the breeze. I hear out the old pickup's engine start with a sigh. The world slows down just for us, just one breath. We were 10 in a Greenfield gym, cheeks flush with pride. Our first kiss under the firefly lights that felt like sky. You sketched our names on the back of a napkin in crayon fire. I promised you forever, no matter where the road takes us, decimal. My heart beat like a drum in the night. Your eyes were the stars I'd chase. Though the town's lights dimmed, we kept the flame alive. I will swear, always love you. This is the truth we swore. I will always love you. In the rusted fence of yesteryear, I will always love you. The porch light relative to the moon tonight escalated. Rain fell on our blanket of memories, soft whispers of the past. You tied a lanyard to a guitar, we sang about love that lasts. A handwritten note in the attic, a secret that never fades. The creek song assuming a swing in the silence, it's the same. I remember the way we used to run, feet tracing the line. We were still young, the world outside was a blurred line. Feelings under your hair, the taste of summer wine. I will always love you. In the zero path of midnight whispers, I will always love you. The future was a dim light, I will always love you. I promise the world to love. The years have passed, the chole-o. I will always love you, louder than any echo in the night. I will always love you. My heart's compass points to you. When the world feels bright, I will always love you. With every sunrise, every moment, eternally. The porch swing stops, the platform we keep the love. The world is still ours. The jukebox hummed a dusty tune. A summer breeze carrying the scent of cornfields and cotton candy. I was 17, the town's tape recorder, stuck on Cindy's waltz. You were standing by the cottonwood stand, holding a paper bag of peaches. Your lanyard caught the light, and I saw the freckles on your wrist, like a map of all the places you've been on a summer night. The radio crackled, the pedal steel sighed, and the world turned to a slow dance. That summer we fell in love under neon lights, riding the back of a pickup, feeling the stars ignite. Every laugh was a chord, every sigh a rhyme. That summer we made a promise, a moment in time. We watched the county fairs, firework bloom. You whispered the way your voice kissed the empty room. I sang Sweet Home Alabama until the sky turned gold, and you taught me how a love story can be bold. With every hitchhiker's song, we felt the world pause. That summer we fell in love under neon lights, riding the back of a pickup, feeling the stars ignite. Every laugh was a chord, every sigh a rhyme. That summer we made a promise, a moment in time. Now the roads are empty, the seasons change, but the echo of that pickup's wind remains. The pedal steel still plays the midnight tune, remembering the way we danced in the moon. In the old oak, when the world feels cold, I hear your laughter in the wind. The jukebox fades, the 658 lines of that summer story, a country song that never ends, just keeps on singing. You were the porch light on a July night, the kind that made every story feel right. We danced in a field of corn, the sun tucked behind your hair, and I whispered promises in the shade of an old oak. Your laugh was a song that kept the world on time. It was a rhythm only Pat in that small Shrevant. But the world kept turning, and our shadows grew longer. Nights turned into dust, and the paint on our porch peeled away.
your eyes, the way they flickered like a candle. And I felt the hush of a love that had already been released. Faded love, love that once burned like a July blaze, now whispers in the wind. The memories feel like distant stars that flicker so soft, so far. I hear your voice in the gutters hum, in the rustle of leaves, in the sigh of the wind. Still my heart beats for you in quiet chords, a song you left behind. We carved our names in a treeside log, a promise that would stay for all of time. The town's laughter faded, and the of love was gone like a thick smoke that never quite left. I still hear your name in the wind, you're still the shape of the ball in my head, the echo of your love that I hold and keep. The seasons change, the wheat fields turn from gold to rust, so did the love that we hold. I still feel the moment of your touch, the way it's so real, like a dream. Faded love, love that once burned like a July blaze, now whispers in the wind. The memories feel like distant stars that flicker so soft, so far. I hear your voice in the gutters hum, in the rustle of leaves, in the sigh of the wind. Still my heart beats for you in quiet chords, a song you left behind. The guitar's melody rises into a solo that lingers, a sweet aching note that remember the first time we met. I will never forget the way you smiled in the light, the way the world felt right for a second. That melody is the story, a tale of my heart and its silent flame. Faded love, love that once burned like a July blaze, now whispers in the wind. The memories feel like distant stars that flicker so soft, so far. I hear your voice in the gutters hum, in the rustle of leaves, in the sigh of the wind. Still my heart beats for you in quiet chords, a song you left behind. The town's lights dim, the guitar song fades, the wind keeps the laughter and the memory. We are left with only a faded love in our hearts, and the echo of our story.